Welcome back to cooking every single recipe in the official Stardew Valley cookbook. Today we're making Carp Surprise, carp baked with spring vegetables. Don't forget to subscribe and vote for what to make next in the comments below, and check out my other channel. I game over there. To start this recipe off, we're going to prep. We love prepping. You're going to start with one large leek. You're going to quarter it lengthwise, and then quarter again. You're going to quarter it lengthwise. And then you're going to chop it into about 8-inch pieces, put them in a bowl of cold water so they can separate and clean out all the dirt. Now you're going to grab a fennel bulb and you're going to cut off all the fronds. I put these fronds back in the bag and back in the fridge because you can still use them. And then you're going to core and you're going to thinly slice the fennel bulb. Now, this would be rainbow chard, which you'll use 4 rainbow Swiss chard. You'll use 4 large leaves of, but rainbow Swiss chard's not in season yet, so just regular. But you want to thinly slice the stems, and then you're going to hand tear the leaves into bite-sized pieces. Finally, you're going to take 3 bulbs of garlic and you're going to thinly slice them. And also you want 3/4 cups of fresh peas. We couldn't find fresh peas, so I had frozen peas. Didn't record it because they're frozen. There's no prep done. And then finally, you're going to want to hand tear a 1/3 cup of fresh chervil leaves, but I just use parsley. Now put all those vegetables in a bowl, minus the chervil leaves, and you're going to drizzle with 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then season with salt and pepper, and you're going to mix it all together, and then you're going to add the chervil leaves in later. Now you're going to want to grab 12 by 16-inch pieces of parchment paper, and you're going to cut them into as big of hearts as you can get. Because even these hearts, they're pretty large, not large enough. Then you're going to spoon... the recipe makes 4 servings, so 1/4 of your vegetables. I did a 1/5 because family has 5 people. You're going to spoon an even amount of portion of veggies onto each heart, and then you're going to add a carp fillet, or any freshwater fish. These are sole fillets, and there is 10 of them, so I had to use 2 each. And then you have to painstakingly fold the parchment paper so no steam can escape. A lot harder than it sounds. And then you're going to put them in the oven at 425 for about 15 minutes until the parchment paper starts to puff and browns in spots. I almost forgot again. I forgot to put on, before you put them in the oven, on top of that carp, you're going to add half a cup of dry white wine. You're going to add an even amount to each carp. You're going to add capers, cut 2 thin pats of unsalted butter, and a lemon slice onto each of those carps or fish before you put them in the oven. I completely forgot all of that, and the only reason I realized is when I took the first bite, I was like, this fish tastes a little bland. Went up to look at the book and went, oh, I forgot literally everything that flavors the fish. But so I added some lemon juice, capers, and margarine on afterwards. All in all, even though I'm goofed and messed up, I will be making this again to remedy that mess up. And I will hopefully do that before the final video, so I have my certain ranking. I know exactly what I'm doing. I have to mark on my phone or something. But it's good. It was good. I loved the vegetables. They all blended together very nicely and for a very uniform taste. All the vegetables lended each other some of its flavor. So like all the vegetables tasted a little bit like all the other vegetables, which was awesome. Especially the peas, they absorbed a lot of flavor. That was awesome. I would highly recommend. The parchment paper thing is very neat. It's not a very hard recipe. The hardest part is folding the parchment paper. It was a very fun recipe. Very tasty. 8 out of 10. Maybe 7.5. 7.5 to 8 out of 10. I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10 for leeway. Because I forgot stuff.